Hey everyone, it's Dan here from Flexxable, and today I want to talk to you about offers that convert inside your advertising lead gen campaigns. One thing I've learned over the years is that when you have an offer that converts, it makes everything much easier. All right, for example, if you're running a Facebook ad and you're able to give the first 5 people that fill out a form on a landing page $10,000, no strings attached, guess what? You're going to get those first 5 form fills pretty damn quick. And that's, one extreme, right? But if you consider, using that same logic when you're creating your advertising campaigns, then what's going to happen is that you start thinking a little bit more about creating an irresistible offer with your client, right? Who you're working with at the time. And there's always a better way to position an offer whenever you're working in an industry, and they can even be very boring industries. For example, mortgages. I've spoken about this before, but the average mortgage offer that I see, or people that I see running ads in the mortgage space, are kind of pushing pay off your home faster, super low interest rates, now's the time to remortgage, etc., etc. Okay, but from what I've learned, because I've been buying property myself, over here in the UK, it's much easier and faster and cheaper. Well, not cheaper, it's more expensive, but that's another conversation. But it's much faster and easier and much better from a tax perspective to buy an investment property through a company. And not many people know this, okay? So if I was running an ad in the mortgage space, I'd be touching on the pain and problems and frustrations that people have when they're buying investment property. That includes having to prove income. They're sick and tired of it. They have to go through what feels like 15 years worth of bank statements. They have to take into consideration furlough and what's happened with COVID. And the bank is really making it difficult for buy-to-let investors, okay? But what not many people know is that you can set up a company and buy a property the next day as long as you can prove that you have £20,000 income and the rental income covers the mortgage payments by 125%. And this is a very different way of approaching the mortgage market. And I know for a fact that these mortgage products are much more lucrative than the standard refinance mortgage products for the brokers. So this, it's not the $10,000 offer if you fill out the form, but it's something that people aren't aware of. And if you can kind of touch on, the emotional pain and problems that people experience when they're trying to buy a buy-to-let property, and then inspire them to read more of the ad and then click through to a landing page, which is still going to touch on the pain and problems and issues that people have, coupled with what the benefits are of this new offer, and positioning it as an offer that's a no-brainer, then guess what? Your campaigns are going to pop. That's the bit of advice I would give, is people focus so much on funnels and pixel fires and offline conversions and all that type of stuff. But the thing is that when you have an offer that converts, and you can think about this with your client or come up with something yourself, this is when things, that bypasses everything. It's far more important. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like it, then please hit the like button, because it'll let us know that we can create more content like this. If you want to be notified when there's more content like this coming out, hit the subscribe button. And also in the first link of the description and also the pinned comment, there will also be a case study on how we really ramp things up with performance-based marketing, and how our approach to lead generation is very different to the simple, more bog standard retainer model. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll chat to you soon. Take care.